Everybody, this is Sherry at djsunder.blogspot.com, and I am back with number 5 in my animal card series. I know it's been a while since I've posted one, but I need to get the series wrapped up, so let's get going on this card. Now today I have what I consider a special treat for you. Today we are using this product called Liquid Applicator. Now, I don't know if you've seen it before. It's made by Marby, and I don't even know for sure where you can get it anymore. I used Liquid Applique when I first started stamping years and years, probably like 14-15 years ago. And it's very, very neat. Let me grab a sheet of paper and I'll show you kind of what it does. It's a liquid, and it goes on. And it goes on rather flat. You could even write your name if you wanted to. It goes on not real flat, but a little bit flat. And then you just let it dry. And the instructions say to let it dry overnight. And see, you could write whatever you wanted to with it. But so you let it dry overnight, and then you take your heat tool, and it even says you could use a blow dryer, but you take your heat tool and you apply heat to it. And what happens is it will puff up and bubble up. Now this is really fun for things like popcorn, for wool, for whipped cream, and it comes in several different colors. So I was at a yard sale and I found that the other day at a yard sale, and I thought, I'm gonna buy it. Even if it doesn't work, I'm not out a whole lot. So I bought it, and this is how I'm dressing my sheep. Now I know his lips are all messed up, but we'll get back to it. So today we're doing a lamb card. So you see how puffy this is, kind of makes the wool stand up. I cut this little lamb from the Animal Kingdom cartridge, and I cut it at 5 inches. Now this is the lamb button, and the solid black piece is the regular button, and again it's at 4 inches, and then the white cuts in 2 pieces on the shift key, and that's also at 4 inches. So then I applied my liquid applique, and I let it sit. Well, it was supposed to be overnight, but I think it was about 3 days ago when I did it. And I was a little concerned if it would still puff up and work or not, and it did. Isn't he cute? So then what I did is I took some Google Eyes and I glued those down, and then I took some bisque colored liquid pearls and I filled in his nose. And then it hasn't quite dried yet, and I ran into my lips, but I used candy canes for his lips, candy cane stickles, but I'll go back and fix that, and you'll see the picture at the end of the video of it all fixed. So let's get going on the rest of the card. So again, we have our lamb from Animal Kingdom at 4 inches, and then we will start our card. Now this is just a purple base that I picked up. I don't know which pack it was out of. It was just something from my stash, probably either Recollections or the paper collection from either Recollections from Michael's or the paper company, I guess it is, from Hobby Lobby. It's from one of those two. It's just a deep purple from like a jewel tone pack, and I cut that to make a 5.5 by 4 1/4 inch card, and I have all my pieces cut out and ready to go. We're going to open it like this, just a regular card like that. So then let's start with the inside. I just took a plain white piece of paper and I cut that at 5 1/4 by 4 inches, and we're just going to adhere that. I just want to do the inside very quickly because I've already messed up his lips. Thankfully it didn't smear all over him or her. It just smeared on my table and on my hands, so I can go back and fix that. So we'll just put that down, and then I have a piece of this. This is soft tints, and I know you've seen this a lot lately. When I was working on my stroke project, I used this in a couple of recent posts for some treat bags that I did. And I don't know, I'm guessing this is about 1 inch wide, and it's 5 1/4 inches long, but I just kind of eyeballed. It was just a scrap that I had, and I didn't really measure it other than to get the correct width. And I'm really not doing much on the inside of this card. There'll be plenty of room to write on the inside. And I distressed around the inside on this white piece with Dusty Concord Distress Ink from Tim Holtz. So that's all I'm doing on the inside. That just kind of finishes it off, but there's plenty of room to write a note. And then I have another piece of this, and this one I did measure. It's 2 inches by 5 3/8, and I put it at 5 3/8 because I just barely want any of the purple to show on the outside. And again, I inked around this with the Distress Stickles, the Dusty Concord as well. And we'll just put him, or put that right about there. And then I took a piece of, this is the Soft Tints ticking, the lavender ticking from Hot Off the Press as well. And I cut this at 3 inches tall by 1 3/4 inches wide. And then I just eyeballed it and cut the little banner, the bottom part, with my scissors. And that's going to go right on the side here. And it's actually going to go pretty far over on the side because at 4 inches my lamb ended up being pretty good sized. I know this is upside down, but from my angle that's easier for me to see it. And have you noticed this is the first purple card in the animal series? Can you believe it? We're over halfway through and I'm just doing my first purple card. And I have 2 more to plan. I have 1 more ready to go, but I have 2 more to plan, so I don't know. We'll see if we see purple again. And then I took just a piece of white plain cardstock just for my stash, a scrap stash, and I cut that at must have been, let's see, it was 2 3/4 inches tall by 1.5 inches wide. And then I took from K. Andrew Designs, All About Animals, I took Miss You and I stamped that in Dusty Concord. Again, distressed all around it. And the distressing is kind of messy, but I thought it was cute anyway. So I've got that. And now we're ready to put our little lamb right here. Isn't she cute? Now, I'm going to have to be careful because I was hoping that I had left enough time for that to all dry before I was going to get the card made, but I didn't, and it's still not quite dry. So if you were doing this, letting it dry would be a good thing. Although I'm not going to mess up his mouth or his nose because his eyes are too high. Or her, I don't know. It's purple, we'll go with her. How's that sound? Just kind of stick her up there. And then I thought, well, this corner is too bare. It's just too empty. So what I did is I was looking for a button, and I looked over at my button jar, and my button jar is this tall, and it's almost completely full. And I found this little flower button. It was just near the top, so I dug it out, and it's just a little flower. And then I took some lilac twine from the twinery and tied a little bow, and then I popped it on a big glue dot so that it'll be good. And the button itself already has a lot of dimension, so I wanted it to really, I'm really gonna have to push down really hard because I don't want it to come up. So there we have it, Miss You. And again, at the end of the video you'll see the picture where his lips are all fixed. And there we have card number 5 in the animal card set. So thanks for watching, and come back soon for card number 6. Have a great day.